the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to NBA playoff basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, got Shaquille O'Neal. Time to get ready for this crucial Game 4 of the opening round. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Checking out the Pacers, Game 3, a win on their home court. They'll look to do it again tonight, and no question, these home fans are fired up. Trailing 2-1 in this series, really a huge Game 4 on their home court. If they can't even the series tonight, their hopes of emerging from this series diminish significantly, do they not, Shaq?
They do, Ernie. Pay attention. I'm about to give you a Shaqism. You know what a Shaqism is?
I think I'm about to get one.
A Shaqism is I'm going to say something, and it may sound crazy, like it's not making sense, but you have to go back and analyze what I'm about to say. It's not technically a must-win, but it is a must.
It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Glad you could join us today. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's Chicago and Indiana. You look at the Pacers. Scratching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal is to win tonight. Make it a best-of-3 series. They already know they're going to have to get one on the road, which is going to be tough enough. But if they can get this one, then they've got a shot.
Yeah, they really do, and the task at hand is where their focus has to be. They can't be thinking about down the road, on the road. They've got to take care of business right here, because anything less than 100% focus and intensity, they'll be done.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Jimmy Butler is out there with Sanders, and it's Noah in at the 5 spot.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Ellis against Butler. Ellis dishes to Allen. There's the screen. The drive by Hill. Tries again. And Allen with the layup.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Sanders passes to Butler. Lays it up and banks it in.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here is Hill. Spates sets a screen. Allen kicks to Ellis. The feed to George. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Here's Sanders. Good, and a nice assist from Noah.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Ellis against Butler. Ellis kicks to Hill. To the wing right side. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Butler. The shot misses. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
George dishes to Ellis. Spates sets a screen. Allen passes to Hill. Wide open. And he gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Bulls leading by 5. And Sanders, here we go. And Allen with the block. And George kicks to Allen. That is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Outside Gasol. Shot from 12. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Sanders has got 5.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Hill dishes to Spates. Allen a screen on Noah. Pick up by Hill. Spates kicks to Hill. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Sanders passes to Dunleavy. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
On the run, but he made the adjustment.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Pacers trail by 5. Hill dishes to Allen. George sets a screen for Allen. Pick up by Hill. Allen kicks to Spates. They set the screen. The offensive rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
That's good. And it's 6 points for Hill. The Bulls leading by 3. Sanders with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Noah. Again, Chicago.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Hill against Sanders. Outside, George. Spates sets a screen, and George kicks to Spates. No one near him. A shot's good on the assist by George.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now, here's Butler. Now Dunleavy. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Shot's good from Butler. Butler's got 7 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Ellis. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Banked in off the glass.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now that we have a moment, let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, sometimes it's tough to give up the ball to a teammate, but the good teams do it. They don't settle for just a good shot.
Hill, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. And so here is Chicago. 4-point game. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Hill with it. Now defended by Sanders. And George Hill with the 3. Hill's got 9.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Out left to the wing. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. And Indiana making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Pachulia's checked in. And Chicago has possession. Mirotic has a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Solomon Hill is checked in for Indiana. Donald Sloan comes in for Hill. And a change for the Bulls. Johnny Snell's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Pacers trail by 4. Here's Sloan. Allen left side. Now here's Stuckey. Tight defense on him. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Stuckey's got his first points of the game.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Over to the left wing. And there's Mirotic on the assist from Sanders. And the Bulls lead by 5.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Portis, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. Chicago leading by 5. Right wing. Back to Sanders. He dishes it to Snell. Here's Mirotic. And the Bulls another 3.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Now here's Stuckey. Floats one. It's rebounded by Portis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
That pushes it to double digits. And now an 11-point Bulls lead.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And here's the fast break. Here's Mirotic. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his first bucket of the night.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Count the bucket.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Pacers trail by 11. Hill passes to Sloan. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
As for the mood of the team coming into this crucial game, he said they're loose, but not so loose that they don't know how important this game is to us. He predicted this would be a statement game for them. Let's see what kind of statement they deliver, gentlemen.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Clock at 2, and it's Sanders missing again.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And the basket by Hill.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some points you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Just tentative in the paint. Lacking a little bit of confidence allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Down low. Hill kicks to Sloan. Hill, a screen on Sanders. Sloan. The shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Sanders dishes to Pachulia. Sanders with a screen on Stuckey. Pachulia with it. Who's picked up by Hill.
Well, uses body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Stuckey passes to Hill. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Snell. Back to Sanders. They need this one. And the shot is good. Sanders has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
.103 left to play in the first. Here's Sloan. The teardrop falls in.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. In the corner, Stuckey with it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Bulls leading by 10. And Sanders kicks to Snell. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Hill for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Snell, no good. 1 second left. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we. And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
Pacers trail by 7. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Indiana, we've got Maurice Spates. Hill is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ellis, and it's Hill in at the point. Here is Sanders after Jordan Hill's bucket. It's up a 3, and there's Mirotic on the assist from Sanders. Sanders has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. And he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing. And what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Hill. He has 12 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Sanders' shot is off.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
The Bulls leading by 3. He feeds it to Mirotic. Gasol dishes to Sanders. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's 10 points for Freak. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Hill kicks to George. From 13. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Now here's Sanders. 10 points for him. Dishes it to Butler. Great defense that time from Ellis. Pacers trail by 5. From the baseline. No good. In and out. Off the rim. Chicago has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Here's Butler. And the layup is good. Butler's got 9 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here's Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Ellis, the pass to George. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Butler. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pacers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter. 3 of 6. Hill kicks to Ellis. Pass to Spates. Clock at 6. Hill has the open look. Releases from the wing and drills it. Hill's got 14 points for the game. Bulls have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Sanders dishes to Gasol, and he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 9.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Spates with a screen on Mirotic. And George kicks to Hill. That ball's nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Inside, here's Noah. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Butler against Ellis. Outside, George. Back to Ellis. Beyond the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here's Sanders. He's got 10. Noah kicks to Sanders. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Mirotic. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, and when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Pacers trail by 12. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was just a man on a mission. He finished with 39 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams were the best from the charity stripe in the regular season. 4th, the Bulls.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, when you have numbers like this from the line, your coach is not only satisfied, but he's confident. Sure, there are some guys whose numbers help offset the weaker shooters, but overall, this has been a solid team from the line.
Tayshaun Prince has checked in for Mirotic. Here's Ellis. Here's Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 6 points for Hill.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Gasol passes to Butler. Great defense that time from Ellis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. The strategy included running the offense through Noah. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
That's his first personal foul.
Indiana shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. No good on the second free throw. Here's Chicago. They're on a 15-6 run. And Butler, here we go. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's the pass to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his third assist on the night.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
They double him with George. Butler on the way. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Sanders. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Sanders has got 4 this quarter. Pacers trail by 12. Ellis dishes to Hill. Spates sets a screen. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Dunleavy's check in for the Bulls. And Sanders kicks to Dunleavy. Sanders with a screen on Ellis. And Hill over to help. And the shot is long. The Pacers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Feeds to George. Spade sets a screen for George. George missing again.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Prince, the pass to Noah. Sanders dishes to Prince. Wide open look. And he gets it to go. Prince has got his second basket of the night. Pacers trail by 14. Outside Hill. The dish to Ellis. Spates sets a screen. Ellis can't get it to go.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Gasol kicks to Sanders. Out to the right wing. Another 3 for Chicago.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Allen's checked in for Hill. Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Donald Sloan subbed in for George Hill. Then for the Bulls, Pachulia. He's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. And Tony Snell subbed in for Tayshaun Prince. Here's Sloan. He kicks it to Hill. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Sloan. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Bulls leading by 17. Sanders passes to Pachulia. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
Now here's Sanders. Following the miss by Rodney Stuckey. That one goes. Count it. Pachulia's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific.
Sanders with the ball. He's got 12. Poked away and stolen by Spates. Here's Sloan. Kicks to Hill. Now Spates. The feed's to Sloan. He dishes it to Stuckey. Stuckey with another miss.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Here's Sloan after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Pass to Allen. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Allen's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Bulls leading by 21. Out to the wing. Snell kicks to Sanders. Pass to Portis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Pachulia, good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
From 11 feet away, jump shot is good. Pachulia's got 8.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here is Hill. He's got 5. Allen, a screen on Sanders. And Sloan kicks to Spates. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And Sloan kicks to Stuckey. Hill dishes to Spates. Cannot hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Sanders. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
What a game we've seen here for Sanders. 12 points and a dozen assists. Some effective offense making passes, and he's also been hitting from deep with the 3-ball.
And Clark, he's got the D on his heels. Smart passing, hot shooting. That is a deadly combination.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago.
What are we in?
He hits the second from the line. Come on. Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Allen passes to Sloan. He feeds it to Spates. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
For Indiana, they have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
2 shots.
first free throw is good.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the right side. Here's Sanders. No good from outside. Stuckey outside. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's Chicago running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Pow, tell us what have been the key aspects to how this team is playing so far through the first 2 quarters.
Well, just had to be aggressive from the beginning. Take the shots that were there. We knew the ball. We're being selfish. We were defending better in the first quarter, and we were able to knock down the shots.
Pal, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, fellas, way to come out with a real sense of urgency, rising to the occasion. I like what I'm seeing. Everybody was really mentally prepared tonight. That shows in the scoring we got off the bench. We didn't miss a beat no matter what lineup we had in there. We're going to keep a deep rotation in the second half, so everybody stay ready. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. This game isn't just about today. We get this win,
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs.
Mirotic playing extremely well. 15 points and 1 rebound. This game is all about him right now.
Full domination mode, guys.
Pacers trail by 21. So for Chicago right now, on their team to Dunleavy on the perimeter. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Sanders in at the 1 spot. Good! 16 points for Hill.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Now here's Gasol. To the paint, here's Noah. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, George. Dishes it to Spates. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Spates has got 9 points.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pick up by Hill. Allen kicks to Ellis. Pass to Hill. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Shot is no good. The Bulls leading by 19.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside Butler. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Here is Sanders. Following the basket by George Hill. Gasol is doubled. Shoots a three. His shot is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. Here's Ellis. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And Sanders kicks to Dunleavy. And good on the basket. Book it. Dunleavy's got 5 now.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your teammates.
We've got a chance now to show you the hottest shooting teams over the course of the regular season. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, this team had excellent numbers during the regular season, and I would not be surprised to see them heating up here in the postseason as well. They had a nice rhythm going as the regular season came to a close.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now here's Ellis. He's got 6. There's the pick. Gasol with the defensive effort.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The Bulls shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Noah, no good on the free throw.
It's been a solid outing for Noah. 10 points and a steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And now, let's do it for your teammates.
The Bulls leading by 19. Sanders dishes to Dunleavy. Dunleavy gets a screen from Sanders. Dunleavy up top, defended by George. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and the basket good. And that's 15 points for Freak.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
But tricky little pass fake there, working well. George has got 5 points so far.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find. Success with guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now here is Hill. 18 points for him. Hill a screen on Sanders. Hill drives in. Allen kicks to George. Hill passes to Hill. Ellis against Butler. Ellis can't get it to go.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
The pass to Dunleavy. Right wing. And here is Noah. 10 points for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here is George. George double teamed. Butler against Ellis. And it's Hill penetrating. Gasol with the steal. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Noah with it. Picked up by Ellis. And Sanders kicks to Butler. Feeds it to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Indiana. Ellis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And the Bulls making a change here. Prince is checked in. And Allen drops them both. The Bulls leading by 20. Sanders dishes to Noah. Shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Ellis with it. Butler covering for 3. Hill. The shot is off.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Sanders passes to Noah. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Noah. Noah's got his 3rd assist on the night. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Hill kicks to George. George double teamed. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 22. Sanders dishes to Gasol. To the middle. Here's Mirotic. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Stuckey. The dish to George. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Butler. Prince, the pass to Mirotic. Over to the left wing. Here's Sanders. Off target from outside.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Good looking screen by Gasol. Prince kicks to Mirotic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And slam dunk by Butler.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. Drains it from beyond the arc. Stuckey's got 5.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And slam dunk by Butler.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Now here's Stuckey. The shot by Hill, and good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. And that's 20 points for Hill.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Paul George with the steal. Hill with it. He's got 20. Hill sets the screen for Hill. Off the pick. Again missing Hill.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here is Hill. George Hill missing his last shot. Takes it from 10. Hill, no good. Chicago leading by 23 to the paint and stolen by Stuckey. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. He kicks to George. And off the front iron, and in it goes. George has got 7 points in the game. And Chicago shooting a superb 63% from the field. Mirotic, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Indiana's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And it's Hill penetrating. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Hill's got 22.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Gasol dishes to Butler. Kicks it out to Prince. Uncovered. No good off the front iron.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
It's deflected. Here is Sanders. 15 points in the game. Down low, here's Gasol, and the layup is good. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Allen. 8 points for him. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to George. Can't get it to go. Prince with the defensive effort.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And, Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
The drive by Hill, and it's good. Hill's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Another miss by Sanders.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The 10-footer. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. And that's now 10 points for Allen. The Bulls leading by 21. And there's the feed to Gasol. 8 feet away, and the bank shot is good.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And Hill has it in the corner. The 3 from George. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Bulls delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. The Bulls shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update now on George. Doris, what's his status?
Kevin, I spoke with head athletic trainer for the Pacers. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. You couldn't pick a worse time for an injury of any kind as the season enters its very last stretch. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
You know, pro trainers have so much available to them at their disposal. If it's nothing serious, he'll be back.
We've got Solomon Hill, Maurice Spates out there with Paul George. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Ellis at the shooting guard. That's the Pacers 5. And Sanders kicks to Dunleavy. Snell, the pass to Sanders. He dishes it to Pachulia. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Pachulia's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. Hill sets the screen for George. Hill left side. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Pass to Noah. He feeds it to Dunleavy. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Sanders kicks to Dunleavy. Kept alive. Here's Noah. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Monte Ellis.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
That's good from Noah. And Indiana shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. On the wing, Ellis. Looking to end his cold spell. He takes it up and lays it in.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Sanders dishes to Noah. Back to Sanders. Here's Dunleavy. He's guarded by Hill. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 3 points on the board on the shot from Sanders.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Screen by Ellis. Here's Sloan. Sanders covering. And Sloan kicks to Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Nobody near George. Again, Indiana.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Pass to Noah. To the wing on the left. It's stolen by Hill. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Wing shot on the way. George missing again. Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Dunleavy for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that 3-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the 3-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Hill. Dishes it to Ellis. Five to shoot. Passes to Spates. And he overshot that one, missing. Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Sanders, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Pacers, Free. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Pacers making a change here. Aldridge is checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Portis is checked in. And he can't hit the second. The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Sloan. Inside. Here's Aldridge. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pachulia the pass to Dunleavy. Feeds it to Sanders. The dish to Snell. There's the pick. Now the pass to Dunleavy. Good on the triple. Dunleavy's got 9 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside, George puts it up from 15, and the shot is good.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
Here's Snell. Paul George making his last shot. Sanders dishes to Snell. Shot clock at 5. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pulls it from 20, and Sanders gets it to go on the assist by Dunleavy. Dunleavy's got 4 assists now tonight. The Pacers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Kicks it to Aldridge. Now the feed to Sloan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Bulls ball.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Sanders. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Snell, no good. Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, George. And again, it's Indiana converting.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now here's Prince. And that one's good. Dunleavy's got 15 points in just the second half.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dunleavy kicks to Snell. It's Prince on the wing. Pass to Portis. Here's Dunleavy. It's hauled in by George. The Pacers shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. George double-teamed. Inside. Here's Spates. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Spates has got 4 this quarter.
Even double-teamed. He had the vision to see the open man.
Prince outside. He kicks to Dunleavy. He dishes it to Snell. He feeds it to Pachulia. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Portis. And it's sent back by Spates. And he recovers it. Good.
One of the big stories is second chance points. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Spates sets a screen. Here's Sloan, defended by Dunleavy. There's the 3. Sloan's shot is off.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Dunleavy the pass to Prince. Pachulia dishes to Snell. Here's Portis. To the middle. Here's Pachulia. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Their interior defense has been...
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, plenty of assists for you tonight. The ball was changing sides of the floor. How fun was it for you tonight to keep setting up your team?
I mean, it was cool, but it's not really fun. You know? It's not like going to a carnival. I'm just a professional, and that's my job to come out and make plays like I did. Yeah, definitely. It's job, you know, so I can pay the booth.
You simply can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists, and that was the catalyst for this victory.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that will wrap up this round one broadcast of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson, and we'll see you again as the NBA playoffs continue.